Semifinal Sunday rolls on here at U.S. Baseball Park in Ozark, Missouri. Skies are cloudy, temperatures in the mid-50s. And the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks are set to lock horns. Only one will win, advance, and take on the Springfield Metropolitans for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy Championship a week from today. That title game scheduled for Sunday, October 22nd, 5:15 p.m. First pitch. The Grip and Rip Baseball League, the premier men's wood bat baseball league in the heart of America. Players ages 21 and older get together every July, attend tryouts. We had about 140 players show up this time, competing for 84 positions on 6-member clubs. From there, we will whittle it down to just 15 who will have the name their parents gave them etched on the Howard Bell Trophy for just the 8th time in its existence. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger, and we welcome you in to this Grip and Rip Baseball League playoff semifinal between the Republic Locos and the Moon City Mavericks. A couple of cagey veteran pitchers set to go at it in this one. It'll be King Owens going for the Moon City Mavericks against Ethan Stinger for the Republic Locos. Mavericks are the home team by virtue of winning the Grip and Rip Baseball League's North Division title, although both of these teams posted 4-3 regular season win-loss records. The Mavericks had a bye. The Locos had to defeat the Ozark Mountain Ducks in last Sunday's eliminator in order to advance on to the playoffs. We just saw the bye week effectively bite the Nixa Suckers in the rear end as they committed 4 errors in a 5-4 10-inning loss at the hands of the Springfield Metropolitans just moments ago. So the Mets have punched their ticket. It'll be Brock Chaffin's club taking on the winner of this one next Sunday, October 22nd. If you can't be here at U.S. Baseball Park, you can be right here watching on YouTube. So King Owens, saving some of his best for last, perhaps, native of Fordland, Missouri, was very good in his last outing, and that was against the Republic Locos. He pitched 5 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits, striking out 4, and walking 1. For the season, Owens, at 39 years old, has pitched 23 innings, allowing 9 earned runs on 21 hits, striking out 18 and walking 8. It is a 3.52 ERA for His Royal Highness, and that is down from 6.3, where it peaked earlier this season. By day, King Owens works very hard. He's a realtor. His family business in the summertime is to run a fireworks stand. He is also a fitness instructor and gym owner, and then he and his wife Ariel operate some rental property down on Table Rock Lake as well. I once asked him about all that work that he does, and he said, "I'm just never comfortable sitting idle," and we will see that mindset come out in the way that he pitches. It's very quick. He doesn't really just zap anybody with velocity, but he is great at pushing the pace on the pitcher's mound, keeping hitters off balance, and keeping hitters guessing. Just about everything he does is worked off of a 2-seam fastball base, but he's got a slider, he can throw a curve, he's got a change, and of course a couple different grips on the fastball. Ethan Stinger for the Republic Locos is a rookie, a 6'5" pitcher from St. Louis, Missouri originally. He went to Melville High School. Now lives in Lamar, Missouri. Great story. He prepared for this season by pitching into a hay bale in his yard. Didn't have a catcher, but he had a hay bale, and that allowed him to get his arm into shape to come out here and pitch. He had not played baseball since he finished out at Missouri Southern State University in 2012. So 11 years later, Ethan Stinger finds him starting a playoff game. He's got an accounting degree, and his accounting has been very good for the Republic Locos here in 2023. 24 innings. He has allowed 7 earned runs on 24 hits, struck out 25, walked 10, and hit 1 batter. It's a 2.63 ERA for Ethan Stinger, who acknowledges, you know, I have a hard time just doing a nice crisp 1-2-3 inning. And so we probably won't see many of those out of him today. We'll likely see some base runners for the Mavericks. But Stinger is very much a bend but don't break kind of guy, as is his pitching counterpart King Owens for the Mavericks. So very interesting pitching matchup. Two different styles for certain, but everybody in the grip and rip has a story to tell. Usually it involves baseball being ripped away at some point in their lives, whether that was by injury or by being cut or maybe by simply falling out with the game for a while. But the call of the game and the chance to play for the coveted Howard Bell Trophy is what lures everyone back, and it is what makes October in Ozark, Missouri so special. Let's meet the starters. First, for the Republic Locos, the visitors on the scoreboard today in their Vegas gold jerseys, white pants with navy blue ball caps and trim on their kits. They'll lead off with their center fielder, a loan officer out of Waynesville, Missouri. Number 3, Trent Simpson. Batting second is the third baseman from Nixa, Missouri. He was born in the Netherlands, wearing number 6, Ben Van Gorp. Batting in the third spot is the right fielder, number 13, from Salem, Missouri, John Arts. Batting fourth, the GRBL Hall of Fame shortstop, number 1, Caleb Cole. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 7, Cole Hazelhorst. Batting sixth is the second baseman from Waynesville, Missouri, Trey Simpson. He wears number 4. In the seventh spot, a guy who is on a career resurgence and then some. From Clever, Missouri, the left fielder, number 2, Chandler Maples. In the 8th spot is the designated hitter, a rookie, number 17, Drew Noble. Batting ninth is the manager for the Locos. He will also start at first base today, number 24, Chris Meza. And in the 10th spot is the extra hitter, wearing number 9, from Joplin, Missouri, by way of Portage, Wisconsin, John Bortz. So it's Simpson, Van Gorp, Arts, Caleb Cole, Hazelhorst, Simpson, Maples, Noble, Mesa, and Bortz for Republic today in this GRBL playoff semifinal. Moon City Mavericks will lead off with their right fielder. He's number 15. Out of Willard, Missouri, Nicholas Hooper, batting second. A shareholder for the GRBL single-season record for base hits with 16 and counting. The shortstop, Harrison Broadstreet. Batting third is the third baseman, Brady Welsh. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 13, Michael Barnes. Hitting fifth is the extra hitter, number 16, Lance Kennedy. In the sixth spot is the center fielder. He wears number 21, originally from St. Peters, Missouri, Joe Emery. In the seventh spot is the second baseman, number 8, Tyler Collison. The catcher will bat 8. That is number 6, Evan Barnett. Wearing number 9, batting ninth, is the left fielder, Jamar Avery Hart. And in the 10th spot is the designated hitter from Miller, Missouri, wearing number 2, Scott Wilson. So it's Hooper, Broadstreet, Welsh, Barnes, Kennedy, Emery, Collison, Barnett, Avery Hart, and Wilson, the batting order for the Moon City Mavericks, under the direction of Daniel England. Battery mates today, Evan Barnett, receiving pitches from the right-hander out of Fordland, Missouri, 39-year-old King Owens. We will bring you the first pitch as we step aside here. Well, actually, before we do that, I will take a quick check of the weather, as we had a couple of spotty showers in that first semifinal today between the Mets and the Suckers. But right now, cloudy, 55 degrees, feels like 51 with a wind chill. That's because we've got winds blowing in out of the north-northwest as fast as 13 miles per hour, and we could very well see the wind come into play today with some of the fly balls rather, and foul balls. So wind likely to be a factor here in this one. Just chillier weather in general than a lot of the ball players are accustomed to. It's kind of hard to believe it was 80 degrees here in Ozark, Missouri just a few days ago. So that is a check of the weather powered by A&L Electric. We are back to bring you some closing remarks and the first pitch right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball semi-final Sunday, live and free right here on our YouTube channel.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
129 innings and counting in the Grip and Rip Baseball League career of King Owens. That's just from the pitcher's mound. He's been in the league since its inception. He's bounced around, he's been on some good teams, but King Owens, remarkably, would love the opportunity to etch his name on the Howard Bell Trophy. The Mavericks and the Locos both 2 wins away from achieving that total victory, but there's a lot of baseball left separating them. It'll be Trent Simpson, Ben Van Gorp, and John Arts to get us going in the top of the first. For Republic, umpires for this one, Todd King behind the plates and Donald Price on the bases. Umpires, as always, brought to you by the Mid-America Umpires Union. They're always recruiting if you're ever interested in officiating here in Southwest Missouri. But our umps from the MAAU have been doing a great job all season long. And we definitely appreciate Todd King and Donald Price today working a doubleheader. Price was behind the plate for the first one. Now it is King's turn to go behind the dish for Locos and Mavericks. We could not do it without the Mid-America Umpires Union and the folks willing to put on the gear, put on the mask and the chest protector, and make baseball possible for us. So here is Trent Simpson leading off. He is the 2022 Grip and Rip Baseball League Rookie of the Year, and he was the Locos franchise player. Originally from Waynesville, Missouri, now lives in Springfield. Went to Missouri Valley College. 27 years old, works as a loan officer. Enters this game 7 for 30 for the season. 3 runs batted in, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. A .233 average for Simpson, who hit .485 a season ago. Owens evens the count 1-1. The first pitch was at 3:07 p.m. Ball and a strike to the left-handed hitting Trent Simpson. Owens bringing a high leg kick before his delivery. Threw a 2-seam fastball for strike 2. So he's ahead in the count 1-2 as the sun peeks out. Went back in, Simpson swung and missed. Simpson tried to sell a dropped third strike. Not so, says the man in charge, as Barnett, the catcher, showed the baseball to the umpire before throwing down to third, so 1 down. Ben Van Gorp steps up for Republic. He looks at a called strike one. Chops this one to the shortstop, Broadstreet, up with it, throw across to Michael Barnes in time for the second out. So the batter is John Arts, getting the start in right field today. Locos a little dinged up by injuries. Arts has been the extra hitter, but he's a capable glove man, and he will have the chance to show it today. Arts 6 for 22, that's a .273 average for the season. He has walked 5 times, been hit once, and struck out twice. He's ahead here 2-0, make it 3-0 as Owens misses high. Rare pause on the mound for King Owens as he resets and throws a strike to John Arts. .3-1 pitch. Fastball. Arts got underneath it, tailing down, but not down enough to stop Joe Emery from hauling it in for out number 3. Emery, the 2022 Outfield Gold Glove Award winner, showing off his legs. 3 up, 3 down for King Owens and the Moon City Mavericks. We are scoreless, headed to the bottom of the first.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank, we do business better.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Moon City and Republic scoreless, headed to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Nicholas Hooper, Harrison Broadstreet, and Brady Welsh due up for the Mavericks. Ethan Stinger on the hill, taking his warm-up throws. Cole Hazelhorst behind the plate, left to right across the infield. Van Gorp at third base, Caleb Cole the shortstop, Trey Simpson at second, and Chris Mesa at first base. Left to right in the outfield, Chandler Maples with Trent Simpson in center and John Arts in right field. So we had a little bit of sunshine, but now we've got cloud cover once again. A little bit ominous as Ethan Stinger walked to the pitcher's mound, quite honestly. So a lot of the players bundled up with a little bit more gear than usual. It is 55 degrees, a far cry from the 80 we were enjoying a week ago. Had to go dig out some of my long sleeve broadcasting gear for this one. Most of the players had to go find jackets and compression tops and other stuff to try to stay warm. Again, if you're a college baseball player, you're at least accustomed to this stuff, especially if you played here in Missouri, where season tends to start in early February. And yeah, that's something that recruiters don't often ask, but it certainly bears thinking about if you've got a youngster who's thinking about college baseball. How good are you when you're so cold that you're miserable? How good are you really? You've got to want it. But that is what playoff baseball is all about, rising above elements, expectations, and limitations. Ethan Stinger's first offering to Nicholas Hooper is outside. Hooper touches this one. It is way up there. It looks like it will stay on the playing surface, but will get beyond the reach of the first baseman, Chris Mesa, so it falls to the turf harmlessly, and Hooper will stay in 1-1. Well, Nicholas Hooper, one of those guys who's defied expectations as a two-way guy at the college level, both at Jefferson College and then at Lubbock Christian University. He was a pitcher, and that was about it. So GRBL is really the first time he has swung a bat since he was a high schooler. And he's hitting .391 and counting. That is Hooper's 10th hit in 8 games, trying to stretch a single into a double head first. He absolutely does it. Nicholas Hooper, the second double of his Grip and Rip Baseball League career, is a leadoff double in the playoffs. So the table is set for the Moon City Mavericks and Harrison Broadstreet as Hooper jumps up to 10 for 24. Didn't even have the time to finish the thought that he was strictly a pitcher in college ball. And he illustrated my point beautifully. So Harrison Broadstreet, 16 for 30. That is a Grip and Rip single season record. If he can eke out just one more hit before this game is done, he will walk out of here as the GRBL's single season hit record holder and will hold it all by himself. Up the middle it goes. Stinger knocks it down. His throw to first in time. Not this time, Harrison Broadstreet. That 1-3 put out puts one out on the board, and it brings up Brady Welsh. Well, much like Nicholas Hooper, Brady Welsh was strictly a pitcher at the college level at Arkansas State University and then in the pros in the Atlanta Braves system. Former minor leaguer, played at advanced rookie, and then had a short stint in the Gulf Coast League, which many a minor league veteran will tell you should be called the Gulf Roast League. It is hot and humid in Florida. But injuries really cut Brady Welsh's minor league pitching aspirations shy. He has pitched some in the Grip and Rip League, but he has really found new career life as an infielder. Comes into today with 26 base hits across 3 seasons. He is 7 for 19 this year. Cranks that one to the third baseman, Van Gorp, up with it. He one-hopped the throw to Mesa, but Mesa held on for the second out. Runner Hooper did take advantage of the opportunity to move to third, and so he's 90 feet away from Michael Barnes, who comes to the plate. Yet another cat who was only a pitcher at the college level, but hitting well in Grip and Rip. 10 for 24 this season is Barnes. 4 runs batted in. He has walked 3 times. Looked at a breaking ball for a called Steve Reich. And it's not beginner's luck. Barnes was 9 for 25 as a rookie with the Mavericks in 2022, and he has replicated that effort and then some here in 23. 0-1 to Barnes is a fastball, called strike on the outer half, and Mikey B, as manager Daniel England calls him, is down here 0-2. Skies are darkening and the lights have been activated at U.S. Baseball Park. Stinger went over the plate. Barnes fought it off the other way, but that's going to tail foul. I'm seeing umbrellas going up, although I'm not ready to say it's raining just yet. An ominous autumn wind with dark skies at 3:17 p.m. Stinger sets for the 0-2. Barnes pokes it to the shortstop. Caleb Cole up with it. Throw to Mesa on the button. So the Republic Locos gave up a leadoff double to Nicholas Hooper, but the Mavericks leave the inning empty-handed. 0-0 after 1. Locos will bat in the top of the second.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
King Owens back to the mound for the Moon City Mavericks in a chilly autumn wind. It'll be Caleb Cole, Cole Hazelhorst, and Trey Simpson for the Locos. Top of the second. Owens comes home. Fastball high, ball 1. Caleb Cole swung on, fouled that one off. Second year with the Locos for Caleb Cole. He's got his name on the Howard Bell Trophy circa 2018 as a member of the now defunct Republic Raptors. That was part of Justin Skinner's managerial back-to-back-to-back run of Howard Bell Trophy wins. 2-1 to Caleb Cole. Watches a ball go low. 3-1 pitch is outside, and Caleb Cole, always a threat to steal, is now aboard by way of the free pass. So he is on for Cole Hazelhorst. Started off the season slowly, but has come on as of late. Hitting .250, he is 6 for 24 with 7 runs batted in. There's a sacrifice fly in there helping the cause, but Hazelhorst has really been good for the Locos over the last couple of weeks. And is always quite good behind the plate. I have heard his teammate Caleb Cole say, I don't think there's anybody who works harder behind the dish than Cole Hazelhorst. No faint praise there. 1-1. He pulls it, and that's going to get through. That is a single into left for the native of Woodstock, Georgia. And the Locos have 2 on. Nobody out. Trey Simpson steps in. Locos second baseman wears number 4. He is 7 for 23. A double. He has walked 5 times, struck out 4, and has batted in a couple of runs. Rookie out of Waynesville, Missouri, lays down a bunt. Owens off the mound to get it. His throw is not going to get there. Ball goes into the bullpen, and a ground rule double signal goes up from Nicholas Hooper as he could not retrieve the baseball. Locos lead 1-0. It will be scored as an error. So no hit for Simpson. But nonetheless, it is 1-0, and that's going to be what matters for Republic, striking first here in the second inning. So they will have runners on second and third when we resume. Mavericks infielders kind of talking over what happened there. Not sure what, though the umpires are discussing what the call is. I guess the question here is, well, we're getting an explanation here to the manager, Chris Mesa. So Simpson would have beaten the throw, I think, anyway, but the ball on the throw from Owens ended up going into foul territory and then under the spot in the ballpark where they store the batting turtle. And the right fielder, Nick Hooper, very quickly threw both arms up to show that the ball was out of play. So here's Chandler Maples. First pitch swing sends a baseball foul up top. So yes, it is 1-0 for the Locos out of all that. Not sure what the explanation was other than what I know up here. Maples gets out of the way of something high and tight. And what a season Chandler Batts is having. 7 for 16. He is hitting .438. His OBP is at .526. This Maples is the best Maples we have seen throughout his playing career. And it is pretty hard to believe this is his 5th season. But this is really just the 2nd time we've seen Maples in a full-time starting role. That's a fly out to right. Locos are going to fake the tag up, and then Hazelhorst will retreat back to third base wisely there. So Chandler Batts is retired. 1 out, and the batter will be Noble for the Locos. Drew Noble, Eudora, Kansas native, who now resides in Aurora, Missouri. 31 years old. Pitched 150 innings in junior college baseball at Coffeyville. Whoa, wild pitch. Gets away from the catcher Barnett. Run will score easily. It is 2-0 for the Locos. Tail runner advanced. So the runner on third is Trey Simpson. Still 1 out, so anything to the outfield would probably make it 3-0 for Noble and the Locos. Watch that one go into the dirt. As I said, Drew Noble pitched 150 innings of junior college baseball, about 110 at the D2 level at Missouri Southern. Lifts this one in the air to right center. That's going to get down. Simpson will score. It is 3-0 for the Locos. Drew Noble, an RBI, base hit into the gap in right center field. Republic taking a 3-0 lead. And still 1 out, 1 on. Chris Mesa's the batter, hitting .250. He's 2 for 8. Swung on and missed at a King Owens fastball. Mesa fouled that one back. This is his 4th year as a player manager. He has been in the league since it was founded in 2016, so 8th season overall for Chris. Chicago native. Moved to Springfield as a college student and stuck around. 0-2, got him reaching. And the runner will advance to second. On a passed ball, nonetheless, that is the 2nd out. It comes at a big moment for Owens. 92nd strikeout of King Owens' career. 2 gone, runner on second, batter John Bortz. And the Wisconsinite fouled one off. Bortz played a lot of middle infield as a young man and then as an amateur baseball player in Wisconsin. When the family moved to Missouri, he discovered grip and rip baseball. That could be, nope, they're going to hold the runner. Nonetheless, nice piece of hitting from John Bortz as he singles out into left, keeping the carousel spinning for the Locos. First and third, back to the top of the order they go. It's going to bring up the leadoff man, Trent Simpson. Oh for 1 today with a strikeout. So 7 for 31 for the campaign. That's up the middle to the shortstop. Broad Street dove. Throw to second is in time. Collison dragged that back foot and hung on. A sketchy but ultimately successful fielder's choice for Moon City, and they will get out of the inning. But not before the Republic Locos put 3 on the board. First, they took advantage of an error following a single by Cole Hazelhorst. Drew Noble drove a run across, and a run also scored on a wild pitch. So a little bit of small ball perhaps for the Locos, but it got it done in a big way. 3-0, they lead Moon City. We go to the bottom, of inning number 2 right after this.
Henry Stewart. Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry Stewart.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Lance Kennedy comes to scratch for the Moon City Mavericks, trailing by 3 runs. The Virginian out of Roanoke stands in against Ethan Stinger, who promptly fires ball 1 to the screen. Lance Kennedy, the big man, wears number 16. He is 5 for 21 coming into today's game with 5 doubles out of Patrick and Henry Community College in Martinsville, Virginia. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball. Kennedy checked it. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball. Kennedy lifts this one way back into center field. Simpson backpedaling at the track, and he hauled it in. Nice grab by the Locos franchise player as the ball stayed in the park off the bat of Lance Kennedy. So 1 down, and the batter is Joe Emery. He is the Mavericks center fielder. He is Moon City's franchise man, hitting 167 here in 2023. Had 9 hits a season ago with Moon City. He is 5 for 30 this time through. 0-1. Emery gave that one a pretty good ride into left center. Simpson, however, is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So a couple of well-hit balls, a couple of loud outs, if you will, for City. But they remain empty-handed. Here is Tyler Collison. Out of Hartville, Missouri, now resides in Marshfield over in Webster County. Went to Evangel University in Springfield, NAIA level. He is 5 for 22 with a pair of doubles. That 0-1 is up and out of the zone. Ethan Stinger. Likely to get the 5-inning designation for the Locos today if he can do it. The ground ball to Van Gorp handled nicely, so 3 up, 3 down. What do you know? Ethan Stinger can work a 1-2-3 inning. He just did it. So 3-0 is the score. Locos lead the Mavericks. Back right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Starting pitcher King Owens. Mavericks trail the Locos 3-0. Top of the third about to get started here. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Republic. So Van Gorp, Arts, and Cole. BVG 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to the shortstop. His first time up. 7 for 29 on the season. 34 for 141 for his career. Bouncer outside, ball 1. Mavericks fielders pretty much straight away for the right-handed hitting Van Gorp, who chased a slider down that time. One change, misses high. So BVG finished high school in Nixa, Missouri. Played college ball at Evangel. Lines that one out into right for a base hit. Oh my gosh, Nick Hooper, the right fielder, thought about trying to go for the old 9-3, but came up clutching. Van Gorp reaches safely with a base hit. So that puts him on for Big Country. John Arts, the barber from Salem, Missouri, now resides just up the road from here in Rogersville, Missouri. And as I understand, just accepted an offer to get into a little high school baseball coaching. He's going to work with his Republic Locos skip Chris Mesa on the staff at Greenwood Laboratory School this spring. So Mesa has his assistant coach. It's John Arts. Well, getting into coaching is an aspiration for Arts, although I can tell you firsthand, he's pretty good with a pair of scissors cutting hair. But managed some in the Show Me Collegiate League over the summer of 2023. Probably continue doing that if that's what he wants to do. Site-specific collegiate league here, right here actually at US Baseball Park. Plays out in June, July, and the early part of August. But Arts joining Chris Mesa's staff at Greenwood. 2-1 fastball, swung on and lifted, tailing down in front of Avery Hart. That's a base hit for Arts, so back-to-back hits for this Republic club here in the top of the third, and it puts 2 men on for the Hall of Famer Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole. 63 hits and counting in his grip and rip career. Drew a walk first time up, so he remains 8 for 24 on the season. Lee's Summit, Missouri native, now resides in Fairgrove with his wife Olivia and their daughter Nora. Sure, Nora is 1. I'm sure she'd love to make some memories of Dad getting a big playoff hit. And he might have just done it. 1 hop, it is to the wall. Extra bases for Caleb Cole. Van Gorp scores. Arts gets the woe sign. But an RBI double for Caleb Cole, signaling that train horn, as the Locos are wont to do when celebrating. It is 4-0 for Republic. Just a great piece of hitting by Caleb Cole. Swing and a drive to the gap in left center. No chance for Emery or Avery Hart. And an RBI for Cole. So he and Arts are in scoring position for Cole Hazelhorst. Hazelhorst 7 for 25 on the season. Looks at a called strike on the outer half. So 280 the average for Hazelhorst. He's working toward becoming a commercial pilot. Steers that one beautifully to the gap in right center. That's going to be extra bases for the Locos catcher. 1 run scores. Cole comes across. It is 6-0. A 2 RBI piece for Cole Hazelhorst, who is now 2 for 2 on the day. And the Locos all over the Mavericks in this one. That bye-week hangover striking hard for City. Activity in the bullpen. Mavericks have got a right-hander up. And that's Andy Galley getting warm. They'll stick with Owens for the moment anyway. Nobody out. Top of the third. Locos have put up 3 runs this inning on 4 hits. Trey Simpson gets out of the way of a high tight heater. 2-0. Owens worked back over the plate. Simpson lifts this one foul. Just barely still in the seats, first base side. And that will send a grown-up running for a beer. It is the thirsty third inning. She's going to have to hustle to get there. Oh, she's found it. She spotted it. She's running down the berm. Where is the baseball? Oh, she got there in time. The thirsty third inning. Yes, indeed. That is a free beer for the adult who returns a foul ball in the third inning. Meanwhile, Simpson's at a 3-2 count. You haven't missed anything in the baseball game. Jam shot swung on, fouled back. Trey Simpson doing his part to provide libations for the fans here. 3-2 pitch. Oh, he walked him. No call. Ball 4. So Trey Simpson is on, as is Cole Hazelhorst, in scoring position for Chandler Maples. He bunts, and that will stay in fair territory. Owens up with it. His throw to Barnes in time. But Chandler Maples lays down a bunt and moves the runners 1 out. Pretty good bunt there by Chandler Maples. Laid it right down. and the ball sort of ran along the rim on that slightly deeper cut of green turf, separating the running lane from the infield grass. Oh, and then Owens just hit Drew Noble square in the back. So it is all unfolding here for the Mavericks. 3 runs this inning, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Well, to make a very long story short, this is not the start that King Owens wanted today. Went 3 up and 3 down in the first. And then it has been uphill both ways ever since. The Locos lead this thing 6-0 on 7 hits and 1 error. Owens misses down with the fastball. But no sign of movement from the Mavs skip, Daniel England, as Meza sends this one to the shortstop, Broad Street. They get it to Collison for 1. They turn 2, a 6-4-3 double play. So the Mavs get out of the inning, but the damage most certainly has been inflicted. The Locos score 3. An RBI double by Caleb Cole, a 2 RBI double by Cole Hazelhorst right after that, and it is 6-0 for the Locos. Mavs will try to answer in the bottom of the third after this.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
Barnett, Jamar Avery Hart, and Scott Wilson do up this inning for the Mavericks. The 8, 9, and 10 hitters in the order. They would go back to the top, and Nicholas Hooper, if anyone can manage to get on safely. But the Mavericks have some serious digging to do. A 6-0 hole is where they find themselves in the bottom of the third. Ethan Stinger, not surprisingly, called upon to continue here for the Locos. And I suspect we will see a combination likely to be Stinger, Bortz, and Van Gorp for Republic before the day is done. The question is, what order will we see that trio pitch in, and how many innings for each player? So here's Evan Barnett, the 23-year-old out of Springfield, Missouri, went to Parkview High School, 2nd year in the league. Although really it's his first full year. He dealt with pretty severe thumb injury as a rookie in 2022 with the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So this is the first year that we have seen Evan Barnett truly get some week in, week out opportunities. He's 3 for 11 at the plate in a timeshare at catcher with Jacob McDaniel. 1-1, Stinger missed with a slider inside. 2 balls and a strike. Mavericks 1 hit so far. Swing and a foul tip there evens the count 2-2. Barnett, the big open right-handed stance, watched a pitch go outside, and the count is full. Stinger peers over the glove, now rocks and fires. Barnett checked it. Yes, he did. He walked. He started the motion, but he did not go around. It's the second base runner for Moon City today. Trailing 6-0. Here's Jamar Averyhart, Indiana native. Griffith, Indiana, where he is from. Played NAIA baseball at Trine University. Now works in human resources. Well, that back pick throw attempt by the catcher Hazelhorst got away from the first baseman Chris Mesa, allowing Barnett to scoot to second base. So into scoring position he goes. First error charge to the Locos today. So Jamar Averyhart, 5-for-14 with a pair of doubles and a couple of runs batted in. He has walked twice. He has been hit by pitches twice. Bunts one, foul. First base side. Not a bad idea. Down 6-1, or 6-0 rather. Of course, Averyhart, I'm sure, thinking he would bunt for a single, catching Mesa back on his heels. Stinger comes back with a fastball that caught that low and away corner. Ball and 2 strikes to the second-year man, Jamar Averyhart. Stinger from the chest. Ooh. Attacked inside. Averyhart couldn't lay off, and down on strikes he goes. Well, that'll set up Scott Wilson, the lefty. Originally from Neosho, Missouri, now resides in Miller. Manages a commercial farm in Miller. Matter of fact, I once saw him drive to and from the stadium on game day, pulling a trailer behind his pickup truck that had 3 full-size round hay bales on it. Either a very, very, power move, or the sign of a man who was going to have some work to do later that night when the game was over. Wilson 3 for 9 with a triple and 3 RBIs. Swung and chased there. Nothing in 2, and then Stinger steps off. Game now 35 minutes old. 0-2 to Wilson, swung on, fouled back. Stinger comes back, another 0-2. Wilson sends a Texas leaguer, and that'll get down. Base hit for Scott Wilson, his 4th of the season. Comes at a massive time for Moon City. Scotty's fired up. That brought some energy into the Mavericks fans. As he hit a 2-strike pitch over the second baseman's head and into the gap in right center field. Sets him up first and third. Still one out, and the batter is Hooper. He is 1 for 1 today. Nicholas Hooper now 10 for 24 for the season. .417, the batting average for the Hoop Daddy, who watches Ethan Stinger sort of walk Evan Barnett back to third base. Stinger from up by his chin. Worked high and tight to Hooper, who fouled that one back, sort of straight back. That's a thirsty third foul ball for somebody. So 0-1 to Hooper. Wearing those bright blue shoes as he has done all season long. Another foul ball for Hoop. Sponsored by BM Power Services. Willard, Missouri native. Actually worked for the ballpark a season ago, so he spent a good portion of the 2022 season right up here in the press box. He was running the scoreboard, keeping score, doing a lot of the technical stuff behind the scenes, but when the opportunity presented itself, Hooper absolutely wanted to play, and that sweep tag does get Scott Wilson. Or does it? That's just the second out of the inning, so, I mean, there is that. So even if Wilson is out, the inning still goes. And they are calling him out, so Wilson is caught stealing. That is out number 2. And the count is 1-2 to Hooper. The Locos thought the inning was over. Not so fast, friends. They will back up, just guarding the lines, but the middle infielders playing straight away and deep for Hooper. Outfield in, just a touch. Hooper puts this one in the air into center field. Simpson ranging back. He's on the run, but he makes the catch. That is the third out, and that is the end of the third inning. 6-0 is the score. The Mavericks made some noise, but came up empty-handed. Locos lead by 6.
If you and I knew plumbing, you and I would never need to call United Plumbing, UNITED. But you and I can't fix a pipe or a faucet filled with lime, so we always call United, and they're there right on time. You and I once tried it, then decided to call United, treating you and I the way you and I would want to be. So call United Plumbing, UNITED. United Plumbing.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
For the Moon City Mavericks, the GRBL Hall of Famer from Columbia, Illinois, Andy Galley is on the hill. Manager Daniel England asking him for everything and then some in this situation. So Andy, for the season, 20 innings. He has allowed 8 earned runs on 21 hits, struck out 14 and walked 4. It is a 3.6 ERA for Galley this season. Carried a 2.19 career ERA at the start of 2023 across 160 innings pitched. And I can also tell you that with 193 career strikeouts, he is the Grip and Rip League's all-time leader in that category. John Bortz chops one into play. Galley off the mound and up with it. And then he absolutely sent it to Michael Barnes, who very defensively caught the ball for the out. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. A 1-3. So back to the top of the order go the Locos and Trent Simpson. Oh for 2, grounded out to short into a fielder's choice last time. One and 0. Andy threw him a fastball that is swung on and fouled off. So 6-0 is the score. Locos in the lead on 7 hits and taking advantage of 1 Mavericks error. Looks like Trent Simpson broke a bat, so fresh piece of lumber for him as he returns to the left-handed batter's box. Galley winds and fires. That's a called strike on the outer half. Simpson chops this one to first. Barnes with it. His throw to Andy, and the step on the bag, not in time. Safe is the call. Barnes put a little too much air under that toss, perhaps. It was a bang-bang play at the bag, and safe is the call from the man on the bases, Donald Price. He was right on top of it. So that goes down as a hit for Trent Simpson, his 8th of the season. So he is on for BVG. Van Gorp looks at a 2-seam fastball outside, ball 1. Galley from the chest. Kind of fall off the mound kind of motion there. That didn't look like he landed correctly. Van Gorp fouled it off. One and 1. Andy working from the first base side of the rubber. Threw that one outside. Barnett tries a pick. Tag not down in time, and Simpson is safe. Galley looks in, and now a 2-1 check throw. Again, safe is the call for Simpson at first. Galley came at him like a slider down, 3-1. That was a changeup in the zone. Van Gorp swung on and fouled it back. So 3-2. Expect Galley to gas it up here. Van Gorp's got to be sitting fastball. Payoff pitch. Swing and a liner. That's going to get through in right center field. Extra bases for Van Gorp as the ball reaches the wall. Simpson will score 7-0 Locos. An RBI triple for BVG. We were thinking fastball. That's what it was. BVG read it beautifully. Sprayed it to the opposite field. In between the outfielders, Emery and Hooper. They did not have a chance. The ball went all the way to the wall. And Van Gorp, far too speedy to settle for anything less than the triple. The 1-0 to Arts. He checked it. No, he did not go. 2-0. Arts 1 for 2 today. 7 for 24 on the season, looked at strike one. So 1 out and a runner at third. Locos lead by 7. Arts swung and missed. Deuces, he hits that one up the middle, back at Galley, and then caromed off the mound and into center field. Van Gorp scores 8-0 for the Locos. A little bit unconventional, but an RBI for John Arts anyway. I'm sure he'll take it. And the Locos just absolutely spreading it on here in the fourth. Caleb Cole. He's already got an RBI and a double today, 1 for 1. Walked his first time up. It's just absolute unraveling on the part of the Moon City Mavericks, but you also have to say the Locos showed up ready to hit and ready to play today. Ball and 2 strikes. Cole reaches out and pokes this one. That's going to get into the outfield for a base hit. A single into right field. Hall of Famer gets the better of his fellow Hall of Famer. And that will bring up Cole Hazelhorst. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Hazelhorst 2 for 2 today with a double and 2 runs batted in. Love to continue his big day. 8 for 26 now is Hazelhorst. So 308 and climbing his batting average. After that foul ball, I'd like to say a big special thank you to everyone in Cole Hazelhorst's extended family. He typically brings it when it comes to audiences here on the YouTube channel, so appreciate those of you tuned in to cheer on Cole Hazelhorst and the Locos today. Definitely love all the viewers we get. You know, those who have to tune in from other time zones, that's always a different treat. But Cole usually brings pretty good cheering section right here in Ozark as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Down on strikes he goes. Hazelhorst retired for the first time today. First strikeout for Galley today. And so his place as the league's all-time leader in that category continues climbing. The tally at 194 now. Pitch to Trey Simpson, swung on and fouled skyward. Get just beyond the seats on the first base side, but it stays in the ballpark on that grassy berm out there. 0-2. And he missed outside. First and second, 2 out, ball and 2 strikes. Galley's pitch to Simpson, swung on and fouled. He just got a piece to keep the at-bat going. Galley from the chest. Oh, he bounced it fine block by Barnett. Runners go. Oh, and he sailed it into left field. Avery Hart up with it. He rifles the throw. It was on target, but not in time. So another run comes across for the Locos. They lead 9-0. Some assorted equipment. Not sure if that looked like the catcher Barnett lost a snap off of his shin guard somewhere. Nonetheless, the 2-2 to Simpson. Swing and a looper tailing just beyond the Mavericks dugout into the seats foul. Deuces for Trey Simpson. That ball misses high and the count is full. 3-2 payoff coming here. Simpson sprays one into right. That will get down for a base hit. Cole scores. And it is now 10-0 for the Locos. An RBI base hit off the bat of Trey Simpson. And it just keeps getting worse for the Mavericks. Facing Chandler Maples for the third time today. Laid down a sacrifice bunt last time. "12 hits in the first 4 innings for Republic. They are getting production pretty much 1 through 9, or 1 through 10, I should say, in the GRBL. Maples with a rip and a nice snag by the third baseman, Brady Welsh. That'll get Moon City out of the inning, but not before some significant damage is done. The Locos hang up 4 in the 4th to lead 10-0. Mavericks looking for answers when we return.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Locos are hitting, and meanwhile Ethan Stinger has had a long time to think about going out to pitch here in the bottom of the 4th. There he is, so a decision made. Locos manager Chris Mesa is going to stick with the right-hander from Lamar by way of St. Louis, Missouri, Ethan Stinger. He will get the 3+ designation for Republic. That means he can pitch the bottom of the 4th and then the bottom of the 5th before he will have to be lifted from the game. Harrison Broadstreet steps in for Moon City. 0-for-1 today. First offering to Street is a fastball on the outer half for a called strike 1. So Street 16 for 31 in 2023. Swung and missed. Couldn't tell if that was a change or a curve. Whatever it is, it got there slowly, and Broadstreet couldn't lay off. So he is down 0-2. Stinger winds and fires. Oh my goodness, turned him inside out with the inside pitch. Broadstreet down on strikes. Second strikeout of the day for Ethan Stinger. And the batter is Brady Welsh. Stinger now with 27 strikeouts. Welsh puts that one down into the corner and left. It is off the wall. Maples up with it, but Brady Welsh is going to get every bit of a stand-up double for the Moon City Mavericks. Well, and how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's what the Mavs are going to have to do. They're going to need a lot more of those. But it's a good piece of hitting nonetheless for Brady Welsh, it must be said. Michael Barnes grounded out to the shortstop Caleb Cole, first time up. Fastball down. Barnes professionally is a surgical assistant at a Springfield hospital. That's one of those jobs where you just really hope he's good at it. 1-0. Nope, outside. Now activity again in the Mavericks pen. Nicholas Hooper, the right-hander, up and throwing. 2-0 to Barnes. Swings and lifts this one foul. Two and one the count to the Springfield, Missouri native Michael Barnes, graduated from Kickapoo High School. Swing and a drive. This is well hit into left, but on the run. Great grab, great read, and a good jump, first of all, from the left fielder Chandler Maples, who then did his part to get there. Taking one away from Michael Barnes. Lance Kennedy steps up for the Mavs with 2 outs and a runner on second. Kennedy, who hit... Okay, that was a weird stand. I don't know who that was on. If that was Stinger hesitating or Kennedy just zoning out in the batter's box. That was odd. Now time is called because of a stray ball out of the pen and right. So that has been reconnoitered, and now Stinger is back on the rubber once again. Still nothing and nothing to Kennedy, by the way. Breaking ball swung on, fouled down the third base side. Kennedy, pretty square stance in that right-handed batter's box. Tends to start off hugging the back of the box, but with a power stride, he can pretty much use the whole box. 0-2. Stinger comes set from up by the chin. Steps and deals. It's an inside-out swing, and Lance fouled that one off. It's going to get over the net now to play. So we'll do another 0-2. So Kennedy Kennedy, I believe, from Florida originally, but finished out his high school career and then played college baseball in Virginia. Swing, and a ball lifted into right, tailing down. That's going to be a base hit for Lance Kennedy. Welsh scores for the Mavericks, and Kennedy is on second base. All he does is go for extras. That's now 6 hits in his GRBL career, and he has never hit a single. RBI for Kennedy makes it 10-1. So the Mavericks definitely going uphill, but they've brought a run across. Joe Emery stands in. Physical therapist with the master's degree in kinesiology steps up. Stinger threw him a breaking ball as the sun peeks out from behind some clouds. 1-0 for Joe. Make it 2-0. Kennedy, the runner on second. 2 outs on the board. 2 balls, no strikes for Joe Emery. He takes an inside-out cut. That's going to stay on the playing surface. And there's a catch by Trey Simpson, the second baseman, ranging back to get it, and that is out number 3. So the Mavericks are on the board. Still a long way to go, trailing the Locos 10-1. Back right after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
Rance Berger back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park. Republic Locos out in front in a big way, 10-1. Their advantage over the Moon City Mavericks as we get ready to start the 5th. Andy Galley back to the hill for City. Having a little bit of fun in the press box here. Yes, baseball is supposed to be fun at the end of the day, am I right? Drew Noble, the batter for Republic. It'll be Noble, Mesa, and Bortz for the Locos this inning. Galley starts Noble off with a fastball. He took a big cut and a miss to fall down 0-1. Noble drove that one in the air into left center. Emery cannot get there. It's going to be extra bases for Big Drew. The question is 2 or 3. The big guy with the big guy speed wisely stops at second instead of trying to stretch. Did a great job placing that ball just beyond the reach of Joe Emery, so he leads off inning number 5 with a double for the Locos, and he's on for Chris Mesa. He's trying to take inventory here real quick. That is the 4th extra base hit for the Locos in this ball game. And that's telling a big part of the story as to why the score is presently 10-1 in their favor. Foul ball off the bat of Chris Mesa. It's a baker's dozen in the hit column for Republic right now. They're up by 9 runs. Be 1-1 when Mesa hops back into the batter's box. Andy comes set and fires. Chris took an inside-out swing. That one is fouled back over the net and out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to the Chicago native Chris Mesa. Oh, Andy misses outside. So that will even it up. Two. Swing and a pop-up. It's going to stay on the playing surface. Collison, or check that, that's Burks, the second baseman, calling off Lance Kennedy. More importantly for Ryan Burks, avoiding a collision he most certainly would have lost as he makes the catch for the out. So that'll bring up Bortz. Mavericks have also made a substitution behind the plate as Jacob McDaniel is on catching Galley this inning. Outfield stays the same for City. It's still Avery, Hart, Emery, and Hooper. Bortz with a well-hit ball to center. Emery got the jump that time, and he makes the catch for the second out. It's going to also keep Noble in place at second. Locos go back to the top of the order. Trent Simpson is 1 for 3 today. Had an infield single in the 4th. Also a strikeout and a ground out today for Trent, the 2022 Rookie of the Year. Looked at a pitch down for ball 1. Sponsored by his wife's company, Sydney Simpson Digital. Whew. And he got him with a slider that time. Galley not having the playoff outing he wanted, but seemed a little bit fired up on that pitch. 1-1 ran in against the lefty. It's 2 balls and a strike now. Galley from the chest. Simpson lifts this one. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI. Noble will score. Simpson will come around and touch second base. Little Pete Rose slide and a train horn signal for good measure. It is 11-1 for the Locos. Trent Simpson collects an RBI with a well-hit ball, a double out into right center. And the advantage for Republic back to 10 as BVG steps up next. Van Gorp getting some polite applause from the fans in attendance. Fouled that one off to fall behind 0-1. BVG tells me these days watches a lot of the hit educational show Bluey with his daughter Violet. Pops this one way up. Emery tracking it, and he hauls it in for the grab. So the Locos produce again. 1 run comes across in the 5th, and they lead 11-1. Bottom of the 5th comes your way after a short time out here on the Grip and Rip Baseball League YouTube channel.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
Locos stick with their starting pitcher Ethan Stinger, and the big mound man spends his free time hunting big game in the great outdoors. Saw a picture of him on Instagram with what I'm pretty sure was an elk. It was a rather large antlered something or other. I don't know. I'm not a wildlife biologist by any means, but pretty good-sized animal he had taken down successfully. Game now at the 1 hour 22 minute mark, so with the cool weather, temperatures in the 50s, pretty good testament to Ethan Stinger's fitness to be able to keep going as he's had some long breaks in the middle of this outing. Ryan Burks swings and fouls one off, so Burks hitting in the stead of Tyler Collison in the 7th spot in the order. Activity in the Republic bullpen all the way down the left field line. Righty John Bortz up getting loose. That was kind of what I expected. We would see Bortz come on in relief and perhaps Van Gorp after that. Should make a note, Locos fans. Todd Tolbert not available today, as he is out of town in Arizona playing baseball in a Fall World Series event that he goes to on an annual basis. So the Todd father, who has been very effective out of the pen, not in the Republic lineup today, but the cupboard is not bare. We could see the Locos make some moves. They've got John Arts, they've got Drew Noble, they've got BVG, heck, Caleb Cole, or even Chris Mesa could get in there and pitch if they need to just eat some innings. Here's a chopper, foul first base side. Then again, if Republic is able to go the distance and win this ball game, they would then have 6 days of R&R before they would compete in the championship game. Sunday, October 22nd, a 5:15 p.m. first pitch. Springfield Metropolitans against the winner of this game. But the party actually gets going at 3 o'clock. There will be a tailgate party featuring stand-up comedy from Harrison Broadstreet and a concert by Blue Madison. Band featuring Ozark Mountain Ducks outfielder Thomas McFarland as the drummer. And there will be pre-game batting practice, lots of photo opportunities, autograph opportunities with stars from all of the GRBL teams. We'll also hand out some postseason awards for the players and announce 2023 Hall of Fame inductions. So Jacob McDaniel comes to bat here. Looked at a called strike one. That's a fastball high to even the count. McDaniel, Springfield, Missourian, out of Kickapoo High School. 4th year in the league. He's down here, 1-2. Stinger came home, blew him away, a strikeout. 3rd K for Ethan Stinger in what will be his 5th and final inning of work. So we're going to see Righty John Bortz come on and throw the 6th for Republic. Here's Jamar Avery-Hart with 1 out and a runner on first. That's Burks. Slider for a strike. Avery-Hart hitting .333. He is 5 for 15. Swing and a fly ball into center. Simpson's going to have to charge to get there, and he does. That was an all-out sprint on the part of Trent Simpson to get there. Scott Wilson is 1 for 1 on the day, singled out into right center field in the 3rd. It was about 40 minutes ago. Bouncer blocked by Hazelhorst. If you missed it earlier today, the Springfield Metropolitans were winners 5-4. They defeated the Nixa Suckers in 10 innings. Game-winning RBI base hit by Harrison Waters, and 4 shutout innings by perennial MVP candidate Clay Murphy, who shut the door for the Mets. 3-0 to Scott Wilson. Out of Neosho, Missouri, way down in the southwest part of the state. And he walked him. So 2 walks this inning for Ethan Stinger. 2 outs are on the board with 2 runners on, and the batter is Hooper. We saw him get some bullpen work in earlier in this game, which makes me think he's going to come pitch at some time and point. But the Mavericks, right now the key is to get some offense going by any means necessary. Stinger starts Hooper off with a slider for a strike. Nothing in 1. Ooh, a change swung on and missed. And Ethan Stinger trying to close out his day here in the 5th. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Not that time. Missed low and outside. That plate just 17 inches wide all day, every day. 1-2, got him looking. Hooper in disbelief, but a gem for Ethan Stinger. 4 strikeouts. He allowed 1 earned run on 4 hits. Walked 3 batters and will yield to a reliever with the Locos up by 10. 11-1 the score in this GRBL playoff semifinal. Back with more right after this.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
A little earlier than I expected even, but it's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Moon City Mavericks, trailing 11-1. They will go to the right-hander out of Willard, Missouri. Played his college baseball at Jefferson County Community College and then Lubbock Christian University. It is Nicholas Hooper. As a rookie in grip and rip baseball, the Hoop Daddy has pitched 8 1/3 innings, allowing 4 earned runs on 6 hits, striking out 15 and walking 8. Hooper, 2 years at Lubbock Christian, pitched 40 2/3 innings, carried a 4.65 ERA. Across 31 games, struck out 43 and walked 19. He had a 4.65 college ERA. His GRBL ERA is at 4.32 going into this game. First batter is John Arts. He looks at a called strike 1. It'll be Arts, Cole, and Hazelhorst this inning. Assuming that Republic sticks with the script. And they will. Cole is in the on-deck circle. Hazelhorst has a batting helmet on down in the dugout. Arts swung at strike 2. So the Mavericks are likely here in the 6th. Probably ask Hooper to go absolutely as long as he can in this ball game. He starts off with a strikeout. The 16th of his career. So the batter is Caleb Cole. He's been in the league since it was founded in 2016. Won the MVP award in 2017 as a member of the Table Rock Lake Monsters. Hit .542 that season. That's a name we ought to think about bringing back. 0-1. Fastball misses low. Cole 2 for 2 today, so he's 10 for 26 on the season. First time actually since 2017 for Caleb Cole to hit his way into the double digits. He had 9 with the Locos last year. Looked at a Steve Reich there, counts even, 2-2. The rookie going against the all-timer, the Hall of Famer here. Nicholas Hooper comes set from the chest. Cole lifts this one in the air to center. Back goes Emery, tracking it and hauling it in for the catch and the out. 2 away. Batter is Cole Hazelhorst. 2 for 3 today with a double and a pair of runs batted in. Don't hazel the Horst, they say. 8 for 26. Trying to get back up toward his rookie hit total of 10. Open stance. Hazelhorst crouches down, makes the vertical part of the zone smaller. He's even here 1-1. Hooper to the fastball high. Up at nose level with Cole Hazelhorst. 2-1. Breaking ball, no. A little too inside for the liking of the plate umpire Todd King. Hooper back to the heater. Hazelhorst got under it. Emery, the center fielder, makes the catch for Moon City and hangs on. So 3 up, 3 down for Nicholas Hooper and the Mavericks. They've got a long road ahead. Locos lead this one 11-1. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
Pitching change for the Republic Locos. Ethan Stinger has exhausted his eligibility for the day. So the Locos have to go to the native of Portage, Wisconsin, class of '99, and the University of Wisconsin lacrosse. John Bortz, 42 years old, now a resident of Joplin, Missouri. 12 1/3 innings pitched for John Bortz this season. 8 earned runs on 17 hits, 22 strikeouts to just 2 walks. Last outing through a scoreless inning against the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. Bortz in 2022, his rookie year with the Locos, had a 3.64 ERA spread across 24 2/3 innings and 23 strikeouts that season. So the strikeout count per inning for Bortz has effectively doubled here in 2023. What John Bortz is not happy with is the overall number of hits he's been giving up, but I think you can chalk some of that up to some discomfort he's been feeling in his right throwing arm. But Bortz, first and foremost, is a gamer. Harrison Broadstreet steps up here 0 for 2 today. Still stuck at 16 hits for the season. Can he do it here against Johnny B? Not if John Bortz runs them all inside like that. Broadstreet got back out of the way from ball 1 from John Bortz. Bortz from the midsection throws a breaking ball. Broadstreet got a hold of it early and fouled it down the third base line. Ben Van Gorp now up and throwing in the Republic pen. It's all quiet for City down the right field line. 1-1 to Broadstreet. Fastball got over for a strike. Harry B, Springfield, Missouri native who went to Hannibal LaGrange, facing a 1-2. That is outside. So Street now 16 for 32. His average has fallen to 500 in what has been just an absolute meteoric season. 2-2 pitch. Broadstreet checked it. Ball 3, and we are full. Street. Stands in. Bortz from the belt. Swing and a miss. And Broadstreet denied a chance of some history. That league record of 16 hits in a season still shared among 6 players. So Bortz gets the best of Broadstreet. Doesn't get any easier for Johnny B, however, as Brady Welsh stands in. He doubled last time up. And to answer a question from the Peanut Gallery, yes, postseason stats count alongside regular season stats in grip and rip baseball, and that's because the sample size is simply so small that you got to count everything. Breaking pitch, dips into the zone. Gonna have a rhubarb breakout behind me, I'm afraid. 1-1. Swing and a drive, but Chris Mesa takes one out of the air very nicely. The Locos skip moved over to the hot corner and snags one out of the air. So Noble is at first, by the way. That's why Mesa has gone to third. Still Caleb Cole at shortstop, Trey Simpson at second, and the outfielders for the Locos are, as they started, Maples, Trent Simpson, and John Arts. Breaking ball dips into the zone for a called strike to Michael Barnes. Fastball down. Hazelhorst made a nice block. Ball and a strike to Michael Barnes. Woo. John Bortz is really working that outer half of the plate against right-handers with success. You know, the Mavericks are, yes, trying to work counts. You've got to do that when you're down by 10. Just trying to take the Locos into deep waters at every opportunity. But John Bortz getting calls with good location. Barnes didn't chase that one, however, so the count's even 2-2. Barnes swings at one inside. Mesa with a nice pick. He one-hopped the throw and it ejected from Noble's mitt. Michael Barnes is safe. Error charged to the Locos, and rightly so. Gabe Terry, our scorer, has been working hard in this one, recording all the hits this Republic club has made. 14 of them and counting here in the 6th. Mavericks with 4. 1 run on 4 hits. Lance Kennedy steps up here with a man on and 2 out. Ball went low and away. Nice idea on a back pick throw from Hazelhorst, but Noble couldn't corral it. So Barnes is safe. Just a 3-step lead for Barnes. Really can't afford to get picked off here. Oh, Arts took something off, but Kennedy able to lay off. 2-0. Bortz looks back, now comes home, fastball, called strike. Caught that lower part of the zone. 2-1. Now time is called and Kennedy steps out. Board's back up. Here's the 2-1. Great breaking pitch. Evens the count. 2-2. So Bortz once again with a chance to punch out of the inning. 42-year-old from Portage, Wisconsin, got Kennedy on strikes. 2 strikeouts for John Bortz. And the Locos head to the stretch inning, leading big time, 11-1. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this. We'd like to say a big thank you to the title sponsor of our live streaming coverage, Central Bank of the Ozarks, home of strong roots and endless possibilities. And the title sponsor of Grip and Rip baseball here in 2023, Henry's Towing. I can tell you from experience, when you're on the side of the road on, say, Saturday night at 11 p.m., and the transmission has gone out in your wife's not-so-trusty SUV, when you are in a jam, you've got to make the call. You've got to let Henry do it.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
Simpson comes to the dish for Republic in this top of the 7th. Nicholas Hooper still on and throwing for Moon City. I suspect he will be tasked with trying to go the distance at this point. Starts Trey Simpson off with a called strike 1. So it'll be Trey, followed by Chandler Maples and Drew Noble. Ball and a strike. Hooper misses high and tight. 2-1. Inside out swing from Simpson sends one down the right field line. Foul. Counts even 2-2. Hooper from the chest. Tried the change, missed high. And we are now full up. Fastball low, he walked him. Low and away. Baseball just didn't come out of Hooper's hand. And when that late exit occurs, just some folks call that overthrowing, but when a right-hander throws it, tends to send the ball down and away. Chandler Maples fouls this one back. Check that. That was a wild pitch that advanced the runner. My mistake. Hit my head down on the scorecard. Should know better. Chandler Maples usually likes to swing at first pitches. Pretty aggressive ABs are the MO for the native of Clever, Missouri, who's now a teacher at his alma mater. 2-0 pitch. Caught the outer half for strike one. Maples 0 for 2 today. Did lay down a sacrifice bunt back in the third inning in a run of monstrous innings for the Locos. 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. Maples foul tipped one into the catcher's glove. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch from Hooper. Got him. Down on strikes goes Chandler Batts. And that'll bring up Drew Noble. So Noble 2 for 2 today. And an RBI back in the second. It's presently standing up as what could be a game-winning run, and he just got plunked for the second time today, Drew Noble. That's one way to help your on-base percentage, but Drew Noble took one in the lower back, and he just took that one to the upper arm. He has been hit by pitches twice this year, and it's happened both times in this game. So that is rough. Nonetheless, Locos, I'm sure, will take base runners in the playoffs however they can. And if they are to play the Springfield Metropolitans a week from today, they're going to need to play offense. 1-0 pitch to Chris Mesa, misses low. So one out, runners on first and second. It's Trey Simpson taking the big lead off of second base. Just a short four-stepper for Noble off of first. That pitch missed up, and Chris Mesa takes the walk. So the base on balls brings up the pitcher, John Bortz. And with the bases loaded, John Bortz has a pretty nice bit of opportunity here. He's got 1 RBI this season. Came into the day 2 for 7. He is now 3 for 10. One for 3 today with a single. Flew out to center field his last time up. That was off of Andy Galley in the 5th. A 2-0 from Hooper. That's down, and that's ball 7. The command somewhere else for Nicholas Hooper. 3-0 count with the bases loaded and 1 down. Ball goes to called strike off of McDaniel's mitt. Runners stay put, as you should probably, with a 10-run lead. So, bit of sporting behavior there from the Locos, perhaps. Three and 1. Walked him. So it is now 12-1 for Republic as Trey Simpson crosses the plate. Locos have scored a dozen today. Hitting well, that's for sure, but Nick Hooper's got a bigger problem. He has walked 3 batters this inning and hit 1. Also had a wild pitch that ended up being a non-factor thrown into the blend there, but Hooper's got to find the zone. Trent Simpson bats. Bases are still loaded, still 1 out. Trent's 2 for 4 today. Breaking ball is a called strike 1. Ball and a strike to Simpson. He reaches out and pokes this one to Welsh at third. He comes up and throws home. McDaniel got the foot on the base for the out, so the Mets, or the Mavericks rather, keep a run off the board and log the second out. Heads up play by Brady Welsh to get the force out there. Bases are still loaded, and the batter is Van Gorp. BVG 2 for 4 with an RBI triple. That happened in the 4th inning, made it 7-0 at the time. The score is now 12-1. Right-hander Tyler Collison up throwing in the Moon City bullpen. Hooper fires an 0-2 breaking ball, but Van Gorp swung on and fouled back. So another 0-2. Hooper missed low and away with a fastball. One-two to Van Gorp. Curveball without a lot of spin. Sent BVG, perhaps in an exaggerating fashion, ducking out of the way. 2-2 now. That fastball misses low and the count is full. 2 outs, bases loaded. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Playoff semifinal ball game. Hooper's pitch. And he walked him. Mesa scores. That's a baker's dozen for the Locos. It is now 13-1 in their favor. John Arts is the batter. Big Country is 2 for 4 today. It's a day where multi-hit games for many players on this Republic roster. Looking up and down the sheet here. 8 of the 10 batters in the order have at least 1 RBI today. It's just been that kind of day. The bats got hot and have stayed hot. 1-1 slider bends into the zone for a called strike 2. Next offering, swung on and flared. Welsh back to get it and makes an over-the-shoulder catch to get Moon City out of the inning. The Locos put 2 more runs up, both by way of walks. It is 13-1. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. As always, the 7th inning stretch in the Grip and Rip Baseball League is brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga. And at Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible. Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Republic Locos. Ben Van Gorp, the right-hander out of Nixa, Missouri, is on the hill. So a scoreless inning for John Bortz with 2 strikeouts, but his day on the mound is done, and he gives way to BVG. And the thinking here is probably just to get BVG some innings of work. Thinking ahead a little bit, perhaps, to next Sunday, October the 22nd, 5:15 p.m. first pitch for the GRBL Howard Bell Trophy championship game. The Springfield Metropolitans are locked in. They beat the Nixa Suckers 5-4 today in 10 innings. And the winner of this ball game, in which the Republic Locos currently enjoy a 12-run advantage, will get to take on the Mets. So Van Gorp, 14 1/3 innings of work in 2023. He's allowed 4 earned runs on 11 hits, struck out 13, walked 7, and hit 3 batters, a 2.70 earned run average. Fastball to Joe Emery is a called strike, 1-1. BVG pitched 2 1/3 innings last time. That was against the Suckers. Would have been week 7 of the regular season. Didn't give up any runs, gave up just 1 hit and struck out 2. Pretty up and down, get him out kind of day. It's 2-2 now to Joe Emery after Van Gorp missed outside. Stands tall up on the pitching rubber. Starts off in the center, and then his rocker step sort of takes him a little bit toward the first base side before he gets that big frame working downhill. (3-2). Swing and a fly. Way back, but way over foul first base side on the upper concourse. It's beyond the seats. And that one, I think, stayed inside the stadium, but not by much. Another payoff. Emery fouled that one off his lead foot. Looks no worse for the wear as he steps out and adjusts the batting gloves. He's going to take a moment. And rightly so, I think, as we do the payoff one more time. 3-2. Van Gorp got him with a changeup. Down on strikes goes Emery, 1 away. So here's Ryan Burks. He is 0 for 0 today. Drew a walk his first time up. Ducked out of the way of ball 1, did Burks. That was coming in high and tight. He's 3 for 10 for the season. He's walked 4 times now, struck out just twice. Rookie year in the grip and rip. He's an electrical lineman who lives in Ash Grove, Missouri. Played his high school baseball at Fairgrove and then went to North Arkansas College. A lot of players in grip and rip spent some time at North Arkansas College. Phil Wilson, longtime coach of that program. Brooks watched a 3-1 go by for a called strike one, or a 3-0 rather. Now it's 3-1. Van Gorp winds and deals. Curveball, called strike 2. Full count. Another breaker, a called strike 3 to Ryan Burks. Back-to-back strikeouts for BVG. Mavericks fans not liking that. Well, not a lot for them to like in this game, to be honest with you. Nonetheless, it's 15 strikeouts on the season for Ben Van Gorp, 119 in his career. Swing and a miss by McDaniel. Two out, nobody on. McDaniel swung and fouled that one off. Collison continuing to warm in the Moon City pen with a little more purpose. I do believe he will come on for the 8th. 0-2. Van Gorp went back to that slow curve. It was too high, 1-2. Next offering from BVG, slider inside. Two and two. Deuces to McDaniel. That's out and the count is full. Another full count. Here comes the payoff pitch from BVG, and now time is called. Jacob McDaniel wanted it. The batter steps out, takes a quick practice swing. Now he's back in. Van Gorp puts the ball behind his head. Classical windup, and he got McDaniel looking. The 120th strikeout in the GRBL career of Benjamin Van Gorp. He struck out the side in the 7th. We will go to the 8th with the Locos up in a big way. 13-1. They lead this GRBL playoff semifinal. Back right after this.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
So it is a Henry's Towing pitching change. For the Moon City Mavericks, they go to Lil Murph, Tyler Collison. And yes, if you're watching at home, if you're still hanging in there with us, we've made some audio adjustments here late in this ball game, hopefully for the better. So hopefully I'm in a little bit more stereo than I was for the bulk of this ball game. So Tyler Collison, the right-hander out of Hartville, Missouri, takes the hill for the Moon City Mavericks, nicknamed Lil Murph by way of his striking physical resemblance to two-time GRBL MVP Clay Murphy. Collison, in 2023, from the pitcher's mound, 5 2/3 innings, he's allowed 3 earned runs on 6 hits, struck out 8, and walked 3. It's a 4.76 ERA for Collison. Best outing for him early in the season against the Springfield Mets. He threw 3 scoreless innings, scattering 2 hits, striking out 4. He threw 39 pitches that day. 27 of them were strikes. Here's Caleb Cole for the Locos, batting in the 4 spots. Started off the season as Republic's leadoff man, but has been moved deeper in the order with the idea that he would produce a little bit better in the 4 spot, and that has worked. He's 2 for 3 today. A double, a run batted in, a single, and a walk, all to his credit. Flew out to the center fielder Joe Emery last time up. 1-1 to Cole. Collison went downhill with the slider. Cole chased it. 1-2. Lil Murph winds and fires. Cole got under it. That is way up there. Broad Street camping out. Had to make a last-minute adjustment with that northerly autumn wind. But Street made the adjustment successfully, got the catch and the out. Quick programming note for you. Sunday, October the 22nd, if you're planning to be here at U.S. Baseball Park, price of admission that night will be $8 for adults. Kids, 12 and under, are still free, I believe. I'm sure the commissioner will come running into the press box if that's not right. 2-0 to Hazelhurst. But don't just come for the game. Come early. Check out the tailgate party. Stand-up comedy from Harrison Broadstreet, the Mavericks shortstop. We've got Blue Madison, the band, in concert. Both championship teams will be afforded a bonus batting practice session. Stars from all 6 GRBL teams will be in attendance. You can get some photos or autographs from your favorite players. Can even meet the Godfather himself, Tony Lewis. Should be a good time, and it's pretty much the last major event baseball-wise of the season here at U.S. Baseball Park, so I got a feeling the concession specials are going to be out of sight. McDaniel's throw goes into center field, however, the runner, Caleb Cole, will stay put. Second base. So Cole is running for Hazelhurst because Cole made the prior out, and Hazelhurst is the catcher, which means he can be run for. Trey Simpson sprays one into right field. That's a base hit. Woe sign for the runner at third, and so Simpson's hit sets up first and third with one away. And we will, like I said, the tailgate party Sunday will start at 3 o'clock. We will probably fire up the live stream a little bit early so that we can bring you some coverage of GRBL postseason awards and a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So watch the Facebook page for an exact start time, but I am going to tentatively say a 4:30 p.m. start time here in the Central Time Zone. So 5:30 on the East Coast. Here's a pop-up off the bat of Chandler Maples. Harrison Broadstreet again, dealing with a high hanger. But the Mavs shortstop made the catch and the out. So the batter is Noble. He has been hit by pitches twice today. Looked at a called strike one there. Nothing in one to Noble. He's got a couple of hits today. Two for two, his line. His double in the fifth was a very impressive piece of hitting. He's thinking about a triple that time, I think, as he swung out of those baby blue cleats at the offering from Collison. He falls behind 1-2. Missouri Southern State is where Drew Noble finished out his career. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and a grounder to short. Broadstreet flips it to Hooper at second base for the fielder's choice. And Drew Noble is retired successfully for the first time all day. We're in the middle of the eighth with the score 13-1. Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks. Back with the bottom of the eighth. On the other side of this break, it's Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day on our YouTube channel.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Benjamin Van Gorp back to work for the Locos. Jamar Averyhart comes to dish for City. It'll be Averyhart, Wilson, and Hooper. Bottom of the eighth, trailing by 12. The Mavericks are well past the point of starting to run low on chances. They're starting to run out of season. Averyhart swung and missed at strike one. Van Gorp threw him a breaking ball. Comes back with an 0-1 slider for a called strike two. Averyhart 0 for 2, so 5 for 16 on the season. Took a late swing. Fouled that one off. So what is that? Okay. That is a dropped third strike call. That's very interesting. But Averyhart astutely reaches first base. So he's on for Scott Wilson. Scotty 1 for 1. Single and a walk today in the 10 spot. So 4 for 10, putting a 400 average on the line. Looked at strike one. Wilson puts this one in the air into left center. That's going to get past. Maples had to reach up and barehand it, but Avery Hart's going for third. The throw to second, not in time. Wilson redirected and slid to the inside of the bag, kept his feet clear, and got a hand down. That is a big brain move on the part of Scott Wilson, stretching one into two. Not to mention improving to 5 for 11 for the year. Hooper lays down a bunt. Oh, beautiful. Bunt single from Hooper, and then Avery Hart got caught off the bag, and it's just been that kind of day for Moon City. Well, I don't know a lot about baseball, but I know you're not supposed to make the first out at third base, as the Mavericks just did. So 13-1, one out, runners on first and second for the Mavs. The batter is Broadstreet. He's likely down to his last chance at a bit of GRBL immortality. Cole Hazelhorse knows the situation. I wonder if he's going to do the ultimate jerk move and call for the intentional walk. Or maybe the unintentional intentional walk. Or the intentional unintentional. Whatever it is, let's see how careful Van Gorp is with Harrison Broadstreet. These two players, both long histories in this league and long histories with each other. Broadstreet chased a breaking ball for strike one. So with 16 hits, Harrison Broadstreet, one of 6 players to amass 16 hits in a single GRBL season. 2 players did it in 2017, 3 did it in 2022. 0-1, swung on down the left field line. It is foul. So we'll set it up and do it again, but Broadstreet perhaps down to his last strike. 0 for 3 today. If there's any kind of an opportunity for a silver lining for him, this is it. Facing Van Gorp. Down 0-2 in the 8th. BVG sets and deals. Got him on strikes. Broadstreet couldn't lay off the low and away fastball. So BVG strikes him out, his second K this inning, and it brings up Brady Welsh. So 2 out, 2 on. Van Gorp drops down to a sidearm slot, throwing one high and tight. Kicks and deals, like a sinker. Not a lot of lateral movement, but some up and down. Whatever it was ball 2. 2-0 to Welsh. That's a called strike. Nothing fancy there, just a get me over pitch. The 2-1. Slow leg kick before the fastball is thrown low and away. BVG comes set. 3-1, pulled, left side, Mesa up with it, and there's no play for the Locos third baseman to make. An infield single for Brady Welsh, his 9th hit of 2023, will extend the life of the Space Cowboys. valiant effort from the diving Chris Mesa there. Nonetheless, the bases are loaded for Michael Barnes. 0 for 3 today. Watched that one go in at eye level. That's not easy. Michael Barnes is about 6'5". BVG, not a little fella either. He's every bit of 6'3" or 6'4". The 1-0 misses outside. Van Gorp throws the 2-0. That's up and out. And Michael Barnes, if he can take ball 4 here, could plate a run for the Mavericks. Instead, it's a called strike 1. 7 hits for the Mavs today, but just 1 run to show for it. That kind of day. Here's a slicer off the bat of Barnes into foul territory, and John Arts, the first baseman, ranged over. He made the catch. So Moon City loaded him and comes away empty-handed. It's that kind of day. We will go to the 9th, still inside the time limit, so Locos will bat in the top of the 9th, leading 13-1.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Collison stays in for the Mavericks as Chris Mesa, the Locos manager, comes to scratch in the top of the 9th. First offering he looks at is a called strike on the outer half of home plate. So the Locos just trying to babysit this one on home. They're thinking about next Sunday and perhaps some celebratory champagne after a date with the Springfield Metropolitans. The Railmen do have a pitcher up in the bullpen. That is their catcher, Cole Hazelhorst. Up throwing. Yes, he has insisted on several occasions that he is a pitcher. 0-2 to Mesa. I think we're going to get to see whether or not he's a pitcher on the bottom side of this inning. Collison throws the 1-2. Slider high, counts even. So it's Mesa, followed by Bortz, and then the top of the order scheduled to come back up for Republic as Chris ducked out of the way. Three, 2. Swing and a miss. Collison gets Mesa on strikes. So that will bring up John Bortz. 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Swung on and missed there. Locos starting to get aggressive as this semifinal winds toward an inevitable conclusion. No, sorry, 1 and 2. That was an 0-2 that missed for a ball. So 1 and 2 for Bortz. Collison's pitch. Attack in for ball 2, and we're back even. Collison came back with a curve, which Bortz promptly tattooed foul. We're going to get a moment as we've had a lot of foul balls hit the stands recently. So Tyler Collison with a fresh piece. 2-2 to Bortz, swung on, fouled back. John Bortz staying in the hunt, the Wisconsin native. Every Sunday he makes the drive from Joplin across Springfield and into Ozark to play baseball. Father of 4, all sons. Matter of fact, he wore his son's jersey to tryouts this year. Brought him good luck, I guess. The 2-2 is outside. Payoff pitch is outside, and Bortz fought his way back to draw a walk. Second time he has drawn the free pass today. So he is on for Trent Simpson. Top of the order. Simpson is 2 for 5 with a double, a run batted in, and a strikeout today. Gonna need a calculator to calculate Locos hits at the end of this one. 15 base hits, 13 runs. A couple of errors thrown into the mix as well. But it has been a very, very productive playoff semifinal for the Crazy Train today. Trent Simpson's average sits at 247 as he bats here. 2 balls and a strike. Make that 2 and 2. He swung over a Collison changeup. Lil Murph comes set. A jam sandwich fouled off. Trent hit that one pretty close to where his family is sitting, actually, on the third base side. Two and 2 the count. That's outside. 3 and 2. Collison brings home the payoff. Simpson fouls that one back. It just cleared the net. Bank of Missouri paying out like a slot machine right now. Another 3-2 from Tyler Collison. Got him on strikes. Collison puts Simpson down. 2 gone, 1 on. The batter is Van Gorp, and yes, an announcement from the commissioner: every foul ball is now $1 for the fans who return them. We need baseballs. Isn't like the majors where we can afford to watch $7 walk out of the building every time a foul ball goes into the stands. Got to protect the sporting goods a little better at this level. (2-0 to Van Gorp. Make it 3-0. That was high. Van Gorp put the air under this one. Way back it goes, off the wall. Avery Hart with it. Runner's going to woe up at third. It is a double for Ben Van Gorp. Would have been a dinger at a lot of places, but not U.S. Baseball Park with that 16-foot outfield wall. Instead, it's a double for BVG. He is now 3 for 5 on the day, with a couple of runs batted in and 2 extra base hits. So second and third, the batter is Arts. Another Locos player enjoying a multi-hit day. Johnny A is 2 for 5. After that foul ball, it is now 0-2. Make that 0-3. Arts down on strikes. Tyler Collison collects his 3rd strikeout and gets himself into the bottom of the 9th. So the Moon City Mavericks are going to have to draw up whatever the absolute secret play is, trailing 13-1. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Redline Athletics is the Ozarks' #1 youth sports performance training center. Redline uses the latest in technology, equipment, and techniques to help kids ages 8 to 18 prepare for competition in all sports, with our #1 goal to make them a better athlete first. Redline Athletics now offers team training. Bring your full squad in for workouts with our professional staff and boost their speed, strength, agility, and skills. Train like a pro at Redline Athletics, located in Southeast Springfield, just off James River Freeway in South Glenstone.
You know the meaning of dedication. The early mornings and the late nights spent pursuing your dream. The commitment and passion to turn those dreams into reality. That spirit of dedication is why Central Bank is always there, working behind the scenes, helping you navigate those twists and turns in your journey with solutions that are tailored to meet your business needs. Central Bank. We do business better.
New pitcher for the Republic Locos, Cole Hazelhorst, goes to the hill. I think the real question, and we've been asking it out loud here in the press box, is who's going to catch this thing. Locos without their backup catcher Daryl Neighbors today, so that would mean, I would think, the manager Chris Mesa was the only other player with GRBL catching experience. He has not taken the field at first or third, so I gotta think he's gonna emerge from the dugout any moment now with some gear on, but we're still in wait-and-see mode. Drew Noble out there catching the warm-up tosses from Cole Hazelhorst. Let's tell you about him. As a pitcher, well, don't have a lot to say, really. He did pitch in the GRBL preseason jamboree, where I don't believe he got touched for any runs. Other than that, I know he has pitched for a summer team out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, that several Grip and Rippers have been commuting for in June and July over the last couple of summers. And I know Cole Hazelhorst was also a pitcher back in high school northwest of Atlanta in Woodstock, Georgia. So that's my pitching scouting report on Cole Hazelhorst. And yes, it is Chris Mesa behind the plate. Gonna do the old one knee down, new way of catching thing. It's Van Gorp at third, Cole at short. Trey Simpson is in there at second, and Arts is at first. Well, Hazelhorst starts off allowing a base hit to Lance Kennedy, who's now caught between the bases, and then Arts had the ejecto mitt, so Lance Kennedy with the very shakiest advancement to second base I have witnessed in quite some time. Nonetheless, the Mavericks are going to need, 24 more of those, give or take, would just about do it. So Kennedy in the scoring position for Joe Emery. Hazelhorst will now throw from the stretch. Locos are using Maples, Trent Simpson, and John Bortz in the outfield. 13-1 the score. Locos in the catbird seat, starting to think about Sunday, October 22nd, and what would be Chris Mesa's first appearance in a Howard Bell Trophy championship game as a manager. And he has been there before as a player with Austin Kendrick's Shockers in 2019, that club sponsored by A&L Electric. But a first-time appearance in a GRBL championship for the Locos as a franchise. Springfield Mets, on the other hand, have been there 3 of the last 4 under the management of Brock Chaffin. Hazelhorst's 2-1 pitch to Emery is outside, 3-1. Fastball swung on in the air to right. Bortz tracking it, makes the catch. Kennedy will tag up from third and score. So the Mavericks get 1. It is 13-2 in favor of the Locos. And it'll go down as a sac fly RBI for Joe Emery. Batter is Tyler Collison, re-entering 0 for 1 today. One a note to Lil Murph. Hazelhorst back to the full wind. Ooh, Collison checked it. One and one the count. They said he did. Fastball, no, that's high and tight. So the Metropolitans 6-3 with wins in the eliminators and the semifinals. Locos would also improve to 6-3 if they can hang on to their 11-run lead here. So somebody would win the league with 7 wins next Sunday. Not bad baseball at all. This is lifted and tailing down. Simpson dives, but he's not going to get there. That's to the wall. Collison rounds second as the throw is made. He's going to get to third. Just in time, a stand-up triple off the bat of Tyler Collison. Going down fighting. He is on, trying to just give the Mavericks any kind of positivity. Here is Jacob McDaniel 0 for 2 today. Nine hits for the Mavericks now after that triple by Collison. Hazelhorst's first pitch to McDaniel is off speed. He reached out and chopped it foul. A little giggle there because catcher Mesa stuck his hand behind his back to take a ball from the umpire. Then he took the hand away just as the umpire dropped the ball at his feet. He's caught a 9-inning game earlier this season, a win for the Locos, as a matter of fact. It was an absolutely gutty performance. And he's gutting it out here on a bad knee to give Cole Hazelhorst the opportunity to pitch in a playoff game. McDaniel swings and fouls that back to the screen, straight back. I'm sure Hazelhorst will cherish this one years from now. I got to pitch in the playoffs. 0-2 to McDaniel. Swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Cole looks down the runner, Collison, then throws to first. Arts fires home. Collison slides under the tag. 13-3 now the score. Another out goes on the board. But a run for the Mavericks, who cut it to 10. One last chance, perhaps, for Jamar Averyhart. 0 for 3 today, native of Griffith, Indiana. A little bit south of Gary, Indiana, I believe. Let's get the machine out and just figure out where this Griffith, Indiana is. Yes, indeed. Wild pitch, no matter. Yep, southwest of Gary, so about due south of East Chicago, off of Interstate 94. So sort of in Chicagoland, I guess. I'm sure they claim it as such. 3-0 to Averyhart as the native of Woodstock, Georgia, Cole Hazelhorst rocks and deals. Ball 4, he walked him. So Averyhart is on, and the inning continues. It's the number 10 man in the order, Scott Wilson. And he has reached successfully every time he has batted today. 2 for 2, a single, a double, a walk. Scott Wilson's on-base percentage having a nice day. Had not drawn a walk all season, but he did it today. 500 now, the season OBP for Scott Wilson. Averyhart's going to steal. Yes, he does. Got that left foot on the bag. Caleb Cole tried to tag it and make him honest. But Averyhart, with a technically sound head-first slide, steals second base. 2-0 to Wilson, runs in. 3-0. Hazelhorst just sort of laboring the train into the station and the finish line, and a berth in the finals. Fastball, called strike on the outer half. Three and one. Hazelhorst from the belt. He walked him. Back-to-back free passes for the Locos mound man Cole Hazelhorst, and we go back to the top of the order. Still 13-3. Mavericks trailing by 10. They've got runners on first and second with 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Every man who comes to the plate represents the last gasp of the last breath of the season. Hooper looks at a ball. So Hooper 2 for 4 today, a double and a bunt single. 11 hits on the season for the Hoop Daddy. Swinging a grounder to third. Van Gorp across to Arts, and the Republic Locos are going to the Grip and Rip Baseball League's ultimate contest, the Howard Bell Trophy championship game. 13-3. Your final score, Republic victorious today with 16 hits on the board. It'll be the Locos and the Metropolitans for the Howard Bell Championship Trophy and a champagne shower that cannot be beat. We will start the stream at about 4 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. First pitch scheduled for 5:15 p.m. But if you're going to be at the ballpark, get here for the tailgate party, 3 o'clock. And on cue, the rain begins to fall in Ozark, sending the fans scurrying just as the final out is recorded, and the Locos punch their spot. Your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game for the Republic Locos is going to be their designated hitter. He got on base 4 out of 5 times. He had the opportunity today. 2 for 3 today with an RBI was Drew Noble. So we will give it to Drew Noble, the Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Although it is worth noting, Trent Simpson, Ben Van Gorp, John Arts, Caleb Cole, Cole Hazelhorst. I'm trying to see here, Trace Simpson. Yeah, all of those names I just read achieved multi-hit games in this one. I mean, honestly, you could give it to all the Locos fans who stayed here in some pretty miserable weather to watch the win. 13-3, Locos set themselves up for a date with the Springfield Metropolitans. That will be next Sunday night. We will talk things over with some members of the Republic Locos and give you the preview of next Sunday, October 22nd, what will be our final game broadcast of the season. Back with more Grip and Rip Baseball right after this. Berger back with you live at U.S. Baseball Park. Still waiting to talk to somebody from the winning Republic Locos, I hope. But yeah, hop on in here. Why not? Let's bring Ben Van Gorp onto the scene. Yeah, right there. Hop on in. Let's get your volume up. There we go.
All right.
Well, BVG, I mean, first of all, let's start with the obvious. What does it mean to you to just have the opportunity to go compete for a Howard Bell Trophy and you know, reach the GRBL's ultimate stage?
This is why we come out, you know. This is why we start out here in August. We deal with those 100-degree days. We battle. And honestly, it's just a blessing to be able to have the ability to come out here and do this every Sunday. You know, it's like a home away from home coming here and playing ball.
Yeah.
And it's a great group of guys, and I'm getting to know each and every one of them every week, and I'm ready to get 9 more innings, baby. Here we go.
3 for 5 for you today with a couple of extra base hits, including a big RBI triple in the 4th.
Yes, sir.
We have seen the production just go up and up from you over the last couple of weeks. What has changed? Is it something with the mental game?
Playoff baseball. I mean, honestly, I think it's just Chris and Caleb just talked to me about staying light on my front half and just hitting the ball deep. Early on in the season, I was big, wide open stance, and I was struggling, and so I just made everything a lot more easy for myself and just get my foot down, hands back, take away that big step, big stride, and it's paying off.
I'm sure you'll tell me this was in the game plan all along, but how important was it against this Mavericks team, a team that you guys sputtered against in the regular season, to come out, just hit him in the mouth straight away like you did?
Yeah. That we did that back-to-back games, and it's been shown that's good for us to do that because it's tough to come back, man. Any game, any sport, it's tough to come back, and we didn't let off. So we scored more innings than we didn't, and that's going to lead to a lot of wins, a lot of runs.
Pretty much, you know, production 1 through 10 in the batting order. It just did not look like you guys were, you know, affected by the weather and some conditions that sort of got a little more miserable as it got darker and as this one went on.
Yeah, I mean, hitting's contagious, you know. So that's what I try and do at the top of the order. I think we got one of the best hitters leading off in Simpson for us, and he's been getting on, so I just try and do my job and move him in scoring position and get those runs across.
It's a wild day. So, you know, normally I'll say something like, you know, when 7 out of 10 players get hits, like that's a big deal in this league. You got 7 out of 10 guys in your lineup with multi-hit games.
So that's impressive.
Hits absolutely coming in bunches. And then on the pitcher's mound, we kind of I thought we would see that relay, and we did. Stinger to Bortz to BVG.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, I talked to Chris, and he asked me if I wanted 7, 8, 9, and Bortz came in there. He threw about 20 pitches, and he wants to stay fresh for next week. So I went ahead and finished those last 2 off, and then Cole came in to me. He's like, look, man, I love you, but I gotta have this 9th inning. So I gave it to him, and and he's worked his butt off all year behind the plate. So he earned that inning to be out there on the mound.
Okay, well, speaking of talking to Chris, that's what we're gonna do. But Ben, congratulations on making it back to the final Sunday of the GRBL.
9 more innings, baby.
That is Ben Van Gorp. We will keep it here, keep it hot. Chris Mesa, the Republic Locos skip, hops in as from behind the dish and then out of a soggy dugout, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little wet down there.
So Chris, that was kind of my thought going into today was, you know, we've been playing in 80-degree weather pretty much all season long. Today it's 55. Of course, you being a Chicago guy, you're kind of used to that, but some of your players are most certainly not.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the game, like before the game before ours started, the 9th and 10th inning. And then I don't think we really talked about it again. We came out here. We had a conversation last week as a group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talked about there's 27 more innings until we get to that situation and have an opportunity to ring the bell. And we had a lot of fun last week. We have a lot of fun this week. That was my big emphasis to everybody was just make sure everybody had some fun. Like when we play like this and we have a lot of fun, we can be dangerous. So I think that next week we got 9 more innings left of more fun baseball, and I'm hoping that we have a really good game and we can come out on top ringing the bell.
16 hits in 9 innings is beyond dangerous. That's crazy. As I just told Ben, the crazy stat: 7 out of 10 guys in your lineup multi-hit games today. Really just could have, you know, thrown the lineup card in the air, grabbed it, and whatever name my thumb was on was going to be the Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. So it's got to be encouraging for you. But that said, you know, you almost worry like maybe you used it all up here in the semis.
I mean, honestly, like I don't think so. I don't ever really have that mentality. I mean, I've been coaching for a long time. I don't think I've ever gone into a game thinking that we've used up everything that what we got left in the tank. And I think if our 9 guys or our 10 guys, the way the league's set up, come out and play baseball, I think we have a chance against anybody to put up these kind of numbers. Or we can go out and throw some zeros, but I think on defense and with the pitching staff, we can do the same thing and throw up some zeros and give us an opportunity to win a ball game late.
Stinger, Bortz, and Van Gorp certainly did their share of dealing zeros today. Just 1 run allowed between those 3 gentlemen across 8 innings of work. So it's weird to talk about defense in a game where the final score is what it is, 13-3. But you know, you've got to feel strong about just where your 3-man relay is right now at you know, the most important juncture of the season. There is.
Yeah, I had some conversations with those guys. You know, I went back and watched. Honestly, I went back and watched a bunch of games that we had on just from the benefit of having the YouTube. Went back and watched some games and saw where some guys were hitting some balls, and you know, I talked to our defense today about being in those places on certain hitters and stuff, and I think it worked out well today. I think they've been doing a pretty good job of prepping as well, having a lot of conversations during the week with the guys. So I just think we're locked in right now, and I'm ready to see what next week brings with playing the Mets, one of the strongest offenses in the league as well.
You mentioned coaching for a long time. You've been a manager in this league since 2020, but it's the first time for the Republic Locos to go out there and play in a Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. What is the significance of that emotionally for you, Chris? Because I know this experience is something you've wanted for a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, I was it was nerve-wracking this morning, like getting up and knowing that I had to be here at 3 o'clock. I was hoping, you know, that it wasn't too long of a day for my guys, and I kept thinking about, am I going to make the right changes? Am I going to do this? That's how I felt last year. I felt, you know, after playing the Mets in the semis, you know, and some things went a little hairy, and then we kind of clawed back at the end. Like, I shot myself in the foot, I felt like, with not making some of the moves that I wanted to make last year, and so I was just hoping today I made all the right moves, and I feel like we accomplished that today, and like I said, we got 9 more innings.
Fittingly enough, it will be against the Springfield Metropolitans. You know, I'm sure you just wanted a championship game regardless of who the opponent is, but very interesting that it's going to be Mesa versus Chaffin with the bell on the line.
Yes, I think we're slowly growing into this, you know, north side rivalry, or the North Division rivalry.
The North Division was very good this year, I'll say that.
I think we're getting, me and Brock have been kind of rivals the last couple of years, so I'll take it.
It's going to be very good. So 5:15 first pitch next Sunday. Chris Mesa and the Republic Locos will be in it. If you hit like you did today, you're going to be awfully tough to beat.
I think so.
All right, congratulations on a big win.
Thanks,
We'll
Rance.
see you next Sunday night. Chris Mesa and the Locos, winners today, 13-3. They defeat the Moon City Mavericks, who finish out their season 4 wins against 4 defeats. They did win the North Division in the regular season, but it ends for them here in the semifinals. Earlier today, in case you missed it, it was the Springfield Metropolitans 5-4, defeating the Nixa Suckers behind 4 shutout innings from pitcher Clay Murphy and an RBI base hit in the 10th inning off the bat of Harrison Waters. So one more time, you need to be out here Sunday, October the 22nd, 3 p.m. will be the start time. For the pregame tailgate party, it will feature stand-up comedy as well as a live performance by the band Blue Madison. There will be extended batting practice for both the Metropolitans and the Locos, which will feature players from all 6 GRBL teams. Good opportunity to come out and get some photographs and some autographs. Chance to meet some of your favorite players up close and personal. We will have postseason awards and a Hall of Fame induction ceremony just before game time. That's at about 4:45 p.m. in the afternoon. So we will likely start the stream at about 4:30. Just give all of our fans plenty of time to make sure they've got it tuned to the right channel and are watching the right program. So that is next Sunday. If you can't be here at US Baseball Park, be here on the YouTube channel. So for our executive producer Tony Lewis and for our director Derek Saiko, my name is Rance Berger. It'll be Locos and Mets for the bell in just 7 days. But until then,